So in this lesson we're going to learn all of line number 2 of this little light of mine. And we're going to begin, just jump straight into line number 2, taking a look at the first bar. And the first thing we're going to do is write down the notes that we're playing. So just under the notes, you want to write A, and then a B at the end. So you have 4 A notes and a B. Before we begin playing these notes on the guitar, we're going to clap the notes out so we can understand the timing or the rhythm of the notes. So starting off, the first note is a crotchet and it lasts all of beat 1. So we simply count it like this and clap it like this. 1. The next 2 notes you'll see are joined together by a beam or a line, and these are 2 quavers. And as we have been learning, quavers last half a beat each. So you can squeeze 2 quavers into a beat, and in this case we're squeezing 2 quavers into beat number 2. So we count that as 2 and. Or as it said, you can also use the word chicken to count quavers like this. You can go chicken. So putting these first 3 notes together, it goes like this. 1, 2 and. Or 1 chicken. The next 2 notes are crotchets and they take up all of beat 3 and 4. So we count the last 2 notes like this. 3, 4. So if we were to clap the whole bar out, it goes like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Or 1 chicken, 3, 4. So in terms of where we find these notes, if you look at your tab or your tablature, you can see that the first 4 notes are found on the 3rd line of our tablature, so we're going to our 3rd string. And it says number 2 there, so we're going to be playing the 2nd fret or the 2nd little box in our guitar using the 2nd finger. And we're just going to try and play those first 4 notes just as we clap them. So we go 1, 2 and 3, or 1 chicken, 3. And then we're going to add in this last note, which is a 0 on the 2nd line. So we're just playing our 2nd string open, not needing to press down on the strings with this hand. So we're going to add that note in. So it goes 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so moving on then to bar number 2. You'll be glad to know we only have 1 note in this bar. And if you're writing it down, it is a C note. Now this note looks a little bit fun. It looks like an I think, or it looks like a tennis ball kind of being squashed. And it has a special name. It's called a semi-breve. And a semi-breve lasts 4 beats. So when we play this note, we have to count up to 4, and we have to allow the note to ring out or sound out for a full 4 beats. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you see there on your tablature, it says a number 1 on the 2nd line. So we're putting our first finger in the 2nd string in the 1st fret, or the first little kind of box on the neck of our guitar. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So putting those first 2 bars together, it goes like this. Okay, so we're now going to move on to bar number 3. And if we're writing out the notes, we are playing a C note, and then 2 more C notes. So it's C, 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 another C, then finally at the end we're playing an A note. Now the rhythm of these notes, or how we would clap these notes, are exactly the same as how we would clap out the notes on the first bar of the 2nd line, just the same. So we count them like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Or, as we've been learning, 1 chicken, 3, 4. In terms of where we find the notes on our tablature, okay, you see there the first 4 notes are all a number 1 on the 2nd line of our tab. So we're using the 2nd string, and we're just going to play these notes as we've been clapping them. So we go like this. 1, 2 and 3. I'll do it again. 1, 2 and 3. Or 1 chicken, 3. We're now going to add on the last note at the end, which is on the second fret of our third string, so using your second finger. So adding that on, it sounds like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4, or 1, chicken, 3, 4. And I'll play it without counting so you can hear it properly. Okay, so moving on then to the next bar, and as you can see, just like bar number 2 that we've been learning, we just have one note, okay, and that note lasts 4 beats. So again, we have to let this note ring out for 4 whole beats. We need to count to 4, and this is a G note if you're writing it down, and in this case it says a 0 on the third line, so that's what means we're playing our third string open. No need to hold down any strings or with your fingers. And then I'm just going to play it and count to 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll notice as I'm counting, I'm not rushing my counting, I'm playing nice and steadily and nice and evenly. So putting together these first 4 bars on line 2 goes like this. Okay, so finally got to the last bar on line number 2, and I'm going to call out the notes for you so you can write them down in your book. So we have a G, then it goes G, G, and then another G, so you have 4 Gs, and then finally at the end you have an A note. And again, the rhythm or how we would clap these notes out are exactly how we would clap out the first bar and the third bar of line 2. So again, it goes like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4, or 1, chicken, 3, 4. And to find those notes, you'll see our first 4 notes are all zeros on our third string. So we're just going to try and play these as we would clap them. So we go 1, 2, and 3. Or 1, chicken, 3. Now we're just going to add in that last note, which is on the second fret of our third string. That means I'm putting my second finger into the second little box on the neck of my guitar. Just adding that note in. So putting that all together, it goes like this. Or 1, 2, and 3, 4. Or you can count as 1, chicken, 3, 4. Okay, so that's all of line number 2. Just to finish off, I'm going to play all of it just so you know how it sounds. So here we go. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's all of line number 2. What you might want to try and do now is put lines 1 and 2 together, and I'm sure I'll see you in our next Zoom lesson.